Welcome back to NASCAR Heat 4, ladies and gentlemen. Today we will be doing race 2 of 36 at the Folds of Honor Quiktrip 500. 43 laps today with our win at the Daytona 500. Here. So obviously the 500 last time we actually played this game ran caution free. Definitely indicative of when racing will go of that race. A lot of 2-car tandems, big group of 6 cars, obviously, and then we pushed Jimmy Johnson late on the last lap. So, all right, group qualifying this afternoon. So I'll go ahead and skip.
Let's go now.
One session, 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and do the lap. When this track was reconfigured back in 1997, it took on a similar look to the look you would see at Charlotte Motor Speedway and Texas Motor Speedway with the quad oval layout. That layout has single-handedly developed this track into the fastest non-restrictor plate racetrack the Monster Energy Cup Series goes to. Coming to the line, you want to be 179, 180 miles an hour flying off into turn 1. And you want to at least keep it in the 170, low 70s, high 60s range when you go down the backstretch into these corners. Even after I kind of flubbed that lap. So we're going to try to beat a goal of 32.08, which we're going to pound that at the Rock. So that will be putting us 14th at the end of session 1. And Ricky Stenhouse Jr. barely edges out Ryan Preece. So round number 2, 12 move on. Sorry, my fault. Yeah, that was kind of my fault there. Anyways, so like I said, this track is one of the fastest places to be, and with how ult to race that doesn't have a restrictor plate, and with how rough and abrasive this track is, you're going to see a lot, and especially with the purpose of this high downforce package with the little bill in the end, you're going to see guys top, bottom, and middle a lot more than usual. And there's a possibility of having aerodynamics and going to come into play when it comes to passing these people. We have to beat a time of 31:48. We already got some cars making their way onto the track. Ricky Stenhouse up ahead. 12 cars will move on. Barely made it in, 31:32. So we can go a little faster. The draft is going to be pretty essential, I think, especially with the way this package is laid out. Especially with guys like David Reagan in the 38, Stenhouse in the 17. They're starting to work together a little bit. And the cutoff time right now puts us second as we advance to session 3 is over Daniel Suarez. And the hometown kid, Chase Elliott, starting 15th. 5 minutes for the pole. The goal is 30.91. If we can beat that, we may have this pole. Run around, we can do some laps, and if anybody beats us, they beat us. Keeping it wide open. Down this backstretch, looks like we're holding it wide open on the bottom, since the bottom is usually the fastest way around this joint. 31.27. We're going to try to beat that time. You see Jimmy Johnson coming onto the track now. The problem is with that reduced horsepower, another concern these guys have is just holding it wide open and how tires and everything's going to play out. As we will start 8th today. And Kyle Busch is our pole winner. Darrell Wallace Jr. had to change his engine. He will start at the back of the field. Chris Buescher to change his transmission. And Kyle Busch will be starting up front for this race. Pace car is off. Joe Gibbs' teammates Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin will bring the field down. We're underway from Atlanta. Already you see the draft partner icon coming up on the left side of the screen there. You saw him look like I had Eric Amarola behind me in the 10 trying to follow us around. As they try to, so far it's kind of a gang on who wants to push who between 3 Stewart-Haas drivers. As they're already 3 wide, Daniel Suarez passes Kevin Harvick on the outside. As Kyle Larson will tuck in right behind Alex Bowman, and we'll see how we do. 8 laps left in stage 1. So far, it's kind of nice to have Kyle Larson follow us around, as he's going to try to give us a push. He's trying to bump draft us here in Atlanta. See if, okay, this is kind of a nice help. He's trying to bump draft us under Jimmy Johnson, our teammate, going for, see if we can pass him. With Jimmy Johnson coming in with the new crew chief in Cliff Daniels this year, obviously again to 2018. Jimmy Johnson and Chad Knaus split up. So Chad Knaus can go to the 24 William Byron. It's almost like Alex Bowman gave us a nice little push into the top 5. So far, we're a little over, probably a little under half a second away from Denny Hamlin in the 11. If this stage were to end right now, as we currently are tucked in behind the 22 of Logano. Let's go on the bug cam. Look at the momentum, though, that Alex Bowman tried to carry. Normally, with the old package, Alex Bowman would have passed Joey Logano, setting him up off 4 and cleared Kurt Busch by the time they got into turn 1. But the way this package is, and the low horsepower trying to bunch everybody together, Kurt Busch was able to hold pretty even, though, off of turn 2 with Kyle Busch with Alex Bowman, as Alex Bowman's car has officially come to life. 1 second back from Denny Hamlin in the 11. Look at that RPM on the right side of the screen on Alex Bowman, almost borderline topping out at 180. You can see the needle moving up and down pretty fast. 3 laps remaining here in stage 1. Bowman closing in deep on Hamlin. In the 11, thought about going for it. He's going to set him up here. Side by side for the race lead. Coming to the line, 2 laps to go. You think the way these guys were racing, 2 laps to go in a stage, this would be 2 laps left in the championship. These guys side by side with each other, but stage 1, they know these playoff points are so important. Could help them out of a jam when they get to a place like Talladega or the Charlotte Roval. Still side by side, coming off of turn 4. We will see the white flag here in stage 1. Wow, neck and neck, Denny Hamlin, Alex Bowman for the race lead. Bowman drives in. Tried to slide up, but he thought better of it. Still neck and neck. Crossover, look at this. Hamlin down low. They hit side by side for stage 1. Hamlin's got it. How about this, folks? Denny Hamlin, Alex Bowman, Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, Kurt Busch, Daniel Suarez, Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski, Jimmy Johnson, and Kyle Larson. Your top 10. We get ready for the start of stage 2. Green flag for the start of stage 2. Hamlin and Bowman get together again. They're still leaning on each other. Going down the backstretch, see Bowman trying to fall in line behind the 11. And Chase Elliott, see him moving up, getting some spots. Alex Bowman trying to set up Kyle Busch. Diving in a little physical here with the 11 of Hamlin. Side by side, coming off the 2. Still side by side. I don't even think neither of these guys want to let up. They're still neck and neck. Look at this. They were tied that lap. And I think Kyle Busch wants to help Alex Bowman to the lead. You think Kyle Busch and helping someone, you know that man's going to try to take the lead for himself. Now Bowman's going to start blocking like crazy on the 18 of Kyle Busch. Whoa, contact. Kyle Busch now the lead. Hamlin getting shuffled around. 4 cars under a blanket here in stage 2. Whoa, into the wall. Hamlin with a big crash. Caution. Hard to believe that was the first caution for a crash, an actual crash, in this Let's Play. To say that's hard to believe is an understatement. Halfway through stage 2, looks like Alex Bowman going to try a slingshot on the inside. He's going to bring his teammate Chase Elliott with him, the hometown kid. Nice little push to second from the 9. See if Bowman can take Chase Elliott around the 18 and Kyle Busch. Chase Elliott starting to fade back. Here comes the 19 and Martin Truex. Bowman driving in deep. Going on board again with the 88. From the bug camera. 2 to go. Busch goes high. Bowman goes low. Side by side. Could have had it there off 2, but had to get out of the throttle. Busch goes, Bowman goes again. Busch getting a little physical, a little aggressive on the block. He head and nose on the inside. White flag in stage 2. Bowman, Busch, neck and neck for the lead here in stage 2. These two mix it up. Truex is there to steal it. Still neck and neck through 3 and 4. Bowman and Busch go high. Bowman tries to get the lead. Hits the apron. Still neck and neck at the line. Kyle Busch by a bumper. How about that? Neck and neck for the stage 1 win, or stage 2 win. They're getting ready for the final stage. Green flag. Kyle Busch leading coming off of turn 2. See how Alex Bowman will do handling in traffic on a big restart. So far, he only had maybe a handful of cars in front of him after like stage 1 and when Denny Hamlin wrecked. But other than that, it's been smooth sailing for the 88 camp as Alex Bowman sets up the 14 of Clint Boyer. And it's by Larson. See the 34 McDowell with a nice run. Three wide there. Seems like he's going to go by McDowell, Harvick, and Eric Jones. 3 wide, neck and neck for 8th. Oh, 4 wide. There it is. Around goes McDowell. Caution is not waved. Green is still out here at Atlanta. It was Michael McDowell who tried to force the spot 4 wide between Kevin Harvick and Eric Jones, and around he went. Got 7 cars in a blanket. Bowman going to the outside, 3 wide with his teammate Chase Elliott. Joey Logano, the 22. Logano comes up to block. He's going to take, he tried pushing himself back past the 1. Daniel Suarez. He won Richmond on NASCAR Heat 3 in the playoffs. See if he could get another win. And knew what Juan Montoya couldn't. See the 19 of Truex. See if Alex Bowman can try pushing him. See how this goes. Bump draft. Look at this. Pushed him past his teammate. 3 wide. Between 2 Gibbs teammates. There's contact. Busch into the dirt and around. And the yellow is still not out. Got a car on pit road that was smoking, I believe. Take 2. Truex tries to push himself back. Keselowski 3 wide for second. Alex Bowman, he's working with Truex, maybe to try to get him to the front or save some fuel possibly. And look at this. Alex Bowman pushing Martin Truex to the lead. Got the 41 in Daniel Suarez. Looks like he may have took the old tire strategy, which is a death sentence with how rough this track is. They make contact. Suarez into the wall. Everything seems to go back to normal. Martin Truex Jr., the 2017 champ, leading here in Atlanta with 11 to go. Truex Jr. continues to lead here as we get to 10 laps left. Drafting does save a lot of fuel, especially if you're wearing out your tires. Truex giving a little bit of a push. Got a car slow. It is the 34 McDowell. He is blowing up. I have no idea who's on pit road. It's probably Ryan Preece by the looks of it. It's a white car. Meanwhile, up the top 5 currently as it sits, we got 3 Fords, a Toyota, and a Chevrolet. Running at the top 5, Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, and Daniel Suarez fight for third. Bowman trying to look under the left side of Truex. See fuel already starting to wear down that right front. Could be interesting to see how this plays out. In 2 cars get going. McDowell with the engine troubles early on. Bowman, he's just getting aggressive. Question is, he's got lap traffic, and it looks like Kyle Busch is the first up ahead. Either that or Starcom racing car of Landon Castle and the 00. Will Truex use him as a pick? They're gonna split them. 3 wide in the middle. Landon Castle, bye-bye. And they're going to try to split Joey Gase as well into 66. Look at all the lap traffic that the other Fords have to deal with. This is a battle between Martin Truex in the 19, Alex Bowman in the 88, 6 laps to go. After this, I think it's going to be clear sailing for either Alex Bowman or Martin Truex. Whoever can seem to get the lead, neither of them want to give up. Got Jamie McMurray going to the high side, staying out of the way and letting the leaders race. 3 wide coming off of turn 4. McMurray wants to race as well. 5 laps left. McMurray trying to block. He's going to probably... That allowed Logano to close up. Here comes Suarez. Got 5 cars in a blanket. Keselowski up the middle. This is a 6-car wreck waiting to happen. McMurray trying to do everything he can to stay on the lead lap. Kurt Busch has joined the party. How about this? 3 wide for the lead. 4 wide. Kurt Busch on the outside. Taking advantage of the outside lane, Kurt Busch passes the lap car of McMurray. There's a huge mess behind. This shuffles everything. As Denny Hamlin, after that spin, is now in the top 5. Truex got shuffled well out of the top 5 because of this. Bowman and Busch. 3 to go at the line. Kurt Busch in the 1. Alex Bowman, 88. Fighting for the lead and the race win. 2 laps of racing to go. Bowman goes high. He's got David Reagan as a box. Will Kurt Busch use Reagan as a pick to box Bowman in? Reagan to the bottom. Kurt Busch going for the lead. Here comes Keselowski. Suarez with the lead off 4. White flag. Almost. White flag is out. One more time around in Atlanta. Five cars in the blanket because all this lap traffic. Look at this. Bowman's into the wall. And around he goes on the backstretch. Kurt Busch will win as Alex Bowman crashes on the backstretch. Look at all the tires. Blew a right front. Look at that. That's how rough Atlanta is. Blown right front, coming off of turn 2, bouncing into Daniel Suarez, and ending up wrecked. Oh, in a pit wall. Wow. Let's look at some highlights. That was stage 1. We got the points, so with everything going the way it is, I really don't think that might be that big of a loss right now at the stages. Alex Bowman getting those stage points. And the Logano. Oh, wow. Denny Hamlin used Kurt Busch as a bank board there. And that was Matt Tifft and Corey LaJoie. So his Tifft was starting to blow up. Around he went. Into the back of LaJoie. And then somehow or another, this was not a caution. And this was a good finish. Bowman bouncing into Suarez. Watch this. Alex Bowman going for the lead on Truex. Kurt Busch makes a 4-wide pass. On the outside, dealing with Jamie McMurray. 4 wide. If you're 4 wide at the quad oval of this track, it's a death sentence. Kurt Busch got balls of steel right there. That was Matt Tifft blowing up. And then let's see if I can find a clip of Kurt Busch going 4 wide on Jamie, on all of us, basically. This is when we were stuck behind Jamie McMurray. That was a lap car. As cars were bunching up, then here's Bowman. He tries to go for it. Aw. I tried finding the clip of Kurt Busch making a crazy play. Pass. So Kurt Busch and Brad Keselowski finished 1-2. Their car numbers are 1-2. And then Denny Hamlin finishes 3rd. Daniel Suarez finishes 4th. Logano 5th. Chase Elliott 6th. Harvick 7th. Martin Truex 8th. Kyle Larson 9th. And Jimmy Johnson 10th. What a finish. Kurt Busch makes a 4-wide pass. Late in the go in the race. Wow. And we blew the tire on the last lap. That ended with us crashing. Hard crashing. So, anyways, race 3 of 36 will bring us to Vegas. We will be running the Exalta colors, the plain variant, for the Jiffy Lube 400.